Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy still here at NitroCon, and I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing the cos fashioner herself, Fenix D'Joan. How are you doing tonight?
I'm blessed, thank you, and how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm very happy that I get this opportunity to interview somebody that does cosplaying, because I always wanted to cosplay, but I don't, first off, I'm broke. I don't have the money, and I don't feel like I have the creativity. Now, when I first heard your name, Fenix D'Joan, I was curious, where did the name Phoenix come from? And it is spelled very uniquely. So
It came from God.
From God?
Yes.
You were blessed with this beautiful name, huh?
Yes, because Phoenix is a light in dark places, and as an entertainer, my goal is to inspire everyone to go after their dreams.
That's powerful stuff right there. Now, you have been cosplaying for quite some time. How long have you been cosplaying?
Since I took a sheet out of my mom's closet, tied around my neck, ran down the hall, and said, "Wind! I'm Storm!" And nothing happened, but I was so certain that, wind was going to bust through, and I was Storm.
So, would you say that was like that was what inspired you to become like a cosplayer and get into fashion?
Well, my mom was a seamstress, so she made me costumes since I was a child, and on top of that, I've always loved Halloween. Was like my favorite holiday. Well, okay, my birthday is my favorite holiday, and then Halloween is my second favorite holiday, and then Christmas I get stuff.
Exactly. I mean, who doesn't love Christmas, right?
Right.
Now, you actually created a term called cos fashion, which is a mix between cosplaying and fashion. Now, where did the idea of cos fashion, like, when did it come to you? Like, this is a thing, we gotta do this.
Well, I've been doing cos fashion for a very long time, and it clicked on me when I realized, when I look at cosplay as a costume designer myself, I realized I don't like some of the material that people use, like some of the PVC and stuff. I'm like, if I was this character, would I really be running around fighting demons and monsters and that type of material? No. And also, when you take it from a fashion perspective, you can really bring that character to life and actually be able to be your own anime character every day.
Exactly.
And I think as cosplayers, when we go into cos fashion, it allows us to express more of our creativity.
Exactly. Now, you've like you said, you've cos fashion a lot. Is there a particular character that you really enjoy, like cos fashion, or is there a character that you're like, man, when the day comes, I'm gonna cos fashion as that character?
Probably my personal favorite cos fashion was Rita from the band The Gazette.
The Gazette?
Yes, he wears the nose socks.
Wait, the Japanese band Gazette?
Yes.
I know that my friends are fans of Gazette, actually. They got me into it. Really? That's awesome.
Yes, and I dressed up as a guy, and I had girls, okay, Conchitai, like, please marry me, you're so cool. Please, I don't swing that way, but thank you, I'm very flattered. I'm
flattered, but I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now I forgot one of the biggest things. You actually live in Japan.
Yes,
what is the lifestyle like in Japan when compared to, you've lived here in the States and then you moved to Japan? How is it like over there?
I think for living in Tokyo and living in Japan, if you go with an open mind and an open heart, that country will be your paradise. If you close your heart in any country, wherever you live, the people there will close their hearts to you.
Exactly.
So in my opinion, Tokyo is my home because that's where I choose to open my heart. America is my home because I choose to open my heart here.
That's very powerful. I like that.
Thank you.
Now, besides cos fashioning, I found out that you actually know a few martial arts styles. I mean, I'm going to read from this list that I have right here. You studied Kendo, you studied Aikido, you studied Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, and several other forms. I mean, you were just a badass incarnate, huh? Where did this love and passion for martial arts come from?
Xena was my role model as a child.
Xena, the warrior princess.
Yeah, I was gonna be Xena.
Yeah.
That is my dream cos fashion, is to do Xena.
Xena the warrior.
Out of leather. Only problem with sewing leather in Tokyo, you have to have a lot of space and a lot of time. It's very hard to get your leather wet, let it soak overnight, then go in and mold it, and you would need like a studio outside your apartment for that.
Exactly. So it's because of Xena, you're like, man, I want to be a fierce warrior kind of person.
Oh, I'm Fenix D'Joan. I am fierce.
You are already fierce.
Ow.
Now, since you already know this many martial arts styles, is there a particular one that you're like, okay, when I have time, I'm gonna learn that one, ace it in no time? More time?
Yes.
Have you heard of this fighting style called silat? It originates from Indonesia, and it's blowing up. Like, you ever see the movie The Raid Redemption or The Raid 2? It's this really awesome fighting style.
We might not have got those movies in Japan.
Oh, well, if you have a chance.
I actually, that's the first time I've ever heard of those. So I'm thinking, you know, a lot of movies that come out in America, I was like, oh, did you watch this movie? I'm like, no, it's not even released here. Sorry.
Well, if you have a chance, I mean, that fighting style is pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. So, one last question I do want to ask you. For all people out there that are aspiring to be cosplayers but are, like, scared to do it either for money reasons or for personal reasons, what words would you give them to, you know, like, advice would you give them to continue this passion?
Okay, so to all our viewers out there, my advice to you is to cosplay anyone and anything, no matter who you are, what you do. If you're worried about the money, you know what? When I was younger, I made a cosplay out of a towel for some fabric. I took a teddy bear and I murdered that sucker. And I made the ballin' fur hood, and I'm like, yeah, look at my teddy bear fur, I don't care.
I did this.
Yeah, make it work. You know, my roommate came home, there's a teddy bear murdered across the floor. He's like, I'm so sorry your boyfriend left you. I'm like, I was single to begin with, but thank you.
It's just like, oh, it's a murder scene.
Oh yeah, I had that teddy bear stuff everywhere.
I feel you.
Crimes.
So just go follow your dreams no matter
Yeah,
what.
and for cosplay, it's not about the material you use, even if you buy your costume. It's about the fact that you love that character, and that's what the heart of cosplay is. It's dressing up, representing characters who have inspired us throughout life. But when we see our favorite characters, we're like, oh my god. Like, I called Dante Rufio the whole entire time.
Rufio on top!
Okay.
Last question. I heard you are a Michael Jackson fan. Yes, you are. Do you have a favorite song from him?
Well, the first Michael Jackson song that I performed in Kyoto was The Way You Make Me Feel, and that song was like, it hit my heart so hard to do that song. But my Michael Jackson anthem for my life is Bad, because I'm like, who's bad? I'm bad.
You're bad. Yeah. Oh, I love that. My favorite is Human Nature. Love Human Nature.
I sing that at karaoke almost every time I go.
It is such a beautiful song, isn't it? But
and every Japanese person that has ever met me requests that song.
Every time I think, like, when, like, Asian people sing like a Michael Jackson song, I think of that scene from Rush Hour 2. You know, take us to the oh baby. Every time, I don't know why, it's messed up. But guys, I want to thank Fenix D'Joan for joining me in this interview. I want to thank Matt Gussenor for getting this interview set up, and thank Anime Spot for inviting Fenix D'Joan to our beautiful campus and school. And if you would kindly say to the camera that you're watching the Black Critic Guy. Peace, YouTube.
You're watching the Black Critic Guy. Peace, YouTube.
Peace, guys.
Peace! Ha!